Okay, y'all, we're in an 03 Chevrolet. The reduced engine power come on. We're skipping. We got high idle. I don't know what's going on with it, but we ain't got no power. It won't get over about 1200 RPMs. Right there's the max RPMs it'll do. So you got to get it to 10, 12 miles an hour, let off of it, let it switch, get back on it. It'll get up to 20, 25. You got to switch, get off of it, let up on it, switch gears again, get back on it. You can get to 30 if you're lucky. I have got to 35 going down a hill. If I'm going up a hill, I can only get to about 20, 25. And I've got about 30 miles to drive before I can get to the shop. So this is not good at all. So I'm sitting at 28 miles an hour, and it's 4:30 in the morning, so I can't get a hold of nobody. But we're gonna see if this truck will get us there one way or another. Everything I got tearing up right now again, so we got to figure this one out, get this truck going, and see if we can get another truck going too. So we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. Look at that, I got 35 out of it. Oh my God, I'm going down the hill. But the bad thing is, at the bottom of the hill, there's a stoplight and I got to turn left. So I'm gonna get over in the left-hand lane. I got 36 out of it. We're fixing to go down a steep hill here. But like I say, I gotta make a left turn. I almost 40. So right here at the stoplight, I got to turn. And the stoplight got me anyway, so now I got to come off of it. So we'll see. But we're extremely underpowered. That reduced power is no joke. I mean, they took it off. I stopped and unhooked the battery, tried to reset it, hooked the battery back up. That didn't seem to help, so it helped me for about 100 yards and it went straight back in. So this used to happen before, and I'd unhook the battery and it would be a month and a half before the thing would kick back on. So now we got a problem, a big time problem. So we'll figure out what it is when we get to the shop, and I'll let y'all know something. Okay, y'all. This thing come up with a P1516, whatever the hell that is. P1516. Now, the code is the reduced power is one away. So I can probably drive it with no problem now. Let's see here. I'll pull it around the back of my shop here. 1516. Got to remember that. P1516. Pull out in front of some people here to get killed because I ain't got no power. Nope, it's fine now. I just drove it 35, 40 miles with it raising hell and the check engine light's on, which normally the check engine light is not on. So, with that being said, we got to figure out what 1516 is. P1516. It's one good thing about the Google. It will, somebody on there has already dealt with a P1516, and they'll tell you what it is, and then you can find out how to fix it. But here we go. Let's see what we can find out. Okay, y'all. It's about 12 o'clock. Time for lunch. So I jumped in this thing without thinking. Took off. Everything seemed to be perfect in it, except for the check engine light. Check engine light's on. 1516, P1516 evidently is the throttle positioning sensor. So I did some research on that, and it says the throttle positioning sensor could be screwed up. You could, the connector of the throttle positioning sensor could be screwed up. you could be able to just clean the throttle position of the throttle body, or everybody seems to think that the ground wire on the PCM is bad. From the PCM, from the firewall to the block, and from the PCM to the firewall. So I'm gonna look into that this afternoon. It seems to be running fine now. So I just drove it about 5 miles. It seems to be all right. So we'll see what we can get into with this one. Okay, y'all, this is the connector that they're talking about. We're gonna spray this thing down. Nothing seems to be wrong with it, but no telling. There could be some dirt or something got in there. I'm using electrical cleaner. Do that and we'll see if that does anything. Get that side real good, and then we're gonna flip this up somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do this here. Well, maybe like that. Let that dry. It says it's plastic safe. Blow on a little bit, get it dry a little quicker, and then this plug goes up, and you just push that little button down, get the plug out, lock back in. Okay, we're gonna look at that and make sure. Don't look like there's nothing frayed or screwed up, and don't. They also said check this ground wire over here, make sure it's hooked up. Ground wire is hooked up. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this on the ground wire. Just, I don't think it's gonna do nothing, but we're gonna spray something on there. Okay, that's that. Then we're gonna take this air cleaner off here, right here. Ooh. I'm gonna take that air cleaner off, and I'm gonna spray this gum out carb cleaner in there to try to get the throttle body cleaned up, make sure that ain't the problem. So I'll come back in a minute. Okay, y'all, got the breather open. I got this jet spray, carb choke part cleaner, help hard starting, yada yada yada. And I'm just gonna baby it. You'll kill the motor. Yep, see there? I didn't baby it enough. You'll kill the motor if you put too much of it in there. So basically I'm trying to get enough of it down that intake where it's going to clean something. I knew I hit it pretty hard that time. So you just keep spraying it. Spray about a half can down it. And hopefully that helps it a little bit. There's some black residue in there. A little bit of black stuff. But basically I think if you get that side right there clean, where the thing's pointed, and that side right there clean, where that thing's pointed, I think you'll be good. That's the only places it will fog up on you. Tip black up top one. Tip black through there, see all that black stuff around it? Go on, clean it off. See how it takes that stuff off of there? So, we get it cleaned up. That stuff dries pretty quick. So I'm gonna look down in there. When it went off like that, now I can move the throttle. Put y'all up. I'm gonna stick my finger up in there. See what I get. Bunch of junk. See that? I'm gonna go get a rag and I'll try to wipe all that out of there. Okay, y'all, I got it pretty clean up in there. It wasn't that trashy. I mean, that's basically what I pulled out of the intake. back there. A little bit on the back side. Cleaned it the best I could. I'll go out here and when I get it ready to go, I'm gonna stand in, try to blow out the carbon, see if that helps it a little bit. I ain't stood in it here lately. Standing in it means holding it to the floor and letting it run. This is a 5.3. Seems to only do it in the morning, so we'll see. Okay, y'all, I know you're gonna have a field day about the red wire, but that's all I had. So hook a ground from up there and come to down here. Go from here to the computer. Go from there to there, and go from there to the ground wire. It's all ground. If this fixes it, I'm gonna take it all back off and put black wire on it. But I had red wire, thick enough gauge. It's 8 gauge. I had red wire, thick enough stuff to do it. So I went ahead and done it. And since I'm the only one driving this truck and I'm the only one working on this truck, then I'll know that the red wire is a ground wire. So anyway, that's what I've done to fix it. I'm gonna drive it for a little while and see if that does fix it. If that does fix it, I will switch it out to black wire. So okay, y'all, after the modifications that we did on it, no check engine lights, no faults, no problems, it seems like. We've been running it here for a while and I ain't had any problems. Multiple cold starts, multiple hot starts, multiple whatever. It did get to where I was having them every day. That throttle positioning fault. It was coming up at least once a day. So it looks like it's been fixed. There's not seeming to be a problem here. So hopefully this fixes it. It sure looks like it has. So give me a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll catch you on the next one. Okay, y'all, it's been about 10 days. Evidently, that didn't fix it. So it's probably that sensor. So I had to get a sensor and put in it. I'm a long ways from where I need to be. I'm hoping this thing will correct itself and I can get there. But they claim that you can turn the switch off and it'll fix itself. So I'm gonna go up here to the end of the road and turn the switch off and see what it's doing. I ain't got no RPMs at all. I've been going downhill. That's why I'm running so fast. You're gonna see it's falling. It's gonna start falling like crazy. But here we go. I'm fixing to go down another hill here, and then I gotta pull a steep hill. So I'm gonna go down to nothing, I'm sure. But it is 4:30 in the morning, something like that. So there ain't much I can do with it as of right now. I just got to reset that and go with it. See, I'm going down a pretty good hill here. Now I got to go around and go up a hill. Here we go. We're gonna start falling quick here. I'm going up a hill, no power at all. My foot's on the floor. Just downshifting. See, 20 mile an hour. That's about what you can do. So get down here a little bit. I gotta get to the end of the road. I can't just shut this thing off in the middle of the damn road. I get down here to stop sign where I can do something with it. And I'll shut it off and try it back. Always something. So y'all, sure enough, you just turned the switch off. I waited 10 seconds. I fired it back up. Check engine light's still on, but I don't care about that. I got plenty of power now. So we got power. We're rolling, and we should be good here. So no problem is you can't get your RPMs up. Now you can get your RPMs up. It's throwing that damn check engine light like, look, we got a problem. We got a problem. Hell, I know we got a problem. I've always had a problem. I noticed last time if I check engine lights on, it don't reduce your power again. It just you can just run with it. So should be able to make it work now, and we'll get it figured out here when we get to work. Okay, y'all, I took the top off. I took the snout off. I unplugged the sensor here. I unplugged that sensor. Sensor's got rivets in it, so I got to drill all those rivets out to get this thing out. Get it out, and then I'm gonna put this one in here, the Dorman part. This part number. So there's the problem. Fabricated in China. It's a problem with all this shit nowadays. But anyway, we're going to drill those 4 rivets out. They give us new bolts to bolt the thing back in. So we're going to try to get that one out of here, and hope we can get it there. So I'll let you know something as soon as I start drilling and get it out of there. I hope. Wish me luck. Okay, y'all, there it is. I got it out. It's right here. Here's the new one. It's got to go on there. There's nothing to it. There's 2 little wires up top there, and then it just slides on there, I think. So we're going to see what we can do here. There we go. We got to get it. So there we go. That's it. And just bolt it back on there. So this kit comes with a new pigtail and some bolts. Here's the bolt. Here's the old one. There's nothing to it at all. Just sits on there. So it ain't new. It just sits there. We're gonna stick these bolts back in there, tighten them up, and we'll be in high cotton, if you know what I mean. So let's put these bolts back on there and get it bolted back on and see what that does. Okay, y'all, I used the perfect drill bit there and just drilled the heads off them. You push that thing back and it'll lock in place. It'll go all the way back there. And then you just tighten up screws and you'll be good. And then you gotta put this back on. I got that off right now. You gotta put that back on. And then you gotta put that top back on. So I'll be good to go here shortly. I got everything out of my way here where I can play with it. Get it. I did unhook the battery. I got it unhooked just in case. I don't think it'd matter, but I unhooked it anyway. There was a little bit of dirt down in there, so I got it cleaned out too. So here we go. We're gonna put it back together, tighten them bolts up. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, y'all, I hooked that back up. I hooked my air back up. My air plenum, I guess you would call it. Hook that back up. Got the new sensor on there, it goes right there. So I hope that is it for this video. I hope that fixes it. We'll drive it for another 10 or 15 days, 20 days, whatever it is, and see. I left them ground wires on there to see. And hopefully I won't come back. Hopefully this is the end. If this is the end of the video, give us a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. And we'll catch you on the next one. Let's see if my accelerator works. You know, that's what was fucking it up last time. It seems to work. Got 200, a little over 200 miles on this trip. We'll see. I'll let you know.